Tinubu bars Nigerian government officials not participating in United Nations General Assembly from traveling for events. How? I need to understand what they're trying to say here. Is it that the people that have refused to participate in UN National Assembly in General Assembly in New York should not travel for any other event? Or what is Tinubu trying to say here? What is the meaning of this barring? Okay, President Bola Tinubu had directed the Foreign Affairs Ministry not to process the visas of government officials seeking to travel to New York for the United Nations General Assembly without proof of direct participation in the international event. Oh, okay. So I get your point now. So, normally when when the president is traveling like this, he goes with his own envoy. Okay. And actually, some of them just lobby to join the envoy. They are not really going to do anything when they get there. They don't even have the intention of participating. They will just be moving all around the United States or the nation, waiting for the program to finish, and then they'll come back again. Some will not even come back, they'll come out at separate dates. They use it to get stamps on their passport. That is what I say here. Okay? So what Tinubu is saying is that any government official, okay, that is wanting to go to the United Nations General Assembly in New York, but not having intention to participate, that they should not process their travel document. Wow. Can you imagine? This was disclosed on Monday by Ajuri Ngelale, special advisor to the president on media and publicity. Ngelale said as part of a broader effort to reduce the cost of governance in Nigeria, President Bola Tinubu had directed the Federal Ministry of Foreign Affairs to freeze the processing of visas for all government officials seeking to travel to New York for the United Nations General Assembly without proof of direct participation in the UNGA's official schedule of activities. Wow. To prevent any sharp practice in this regard, the U.S. mission in Nigeria is accordingly guided on official visa processing, while Nigeria's permanent mission in New York is further directed to prevent and stop the accreditation of any government officials who is not placed on the protocol list forwarded by the approving authority. By this directive of the President, all federal ministries, departments, and agencies are mandated to ensure that all officials who are approved for inclusion in the United Nations General Assembly delegation strictly limit the number of aides and associated staff partaking in the event. Where excesses or anomalies in this regard are identified, they will be removed during the final verification process. You see, because that is the problem. Presidency is traveling abroad, all right? Now, he will carry his PAs and all the support staff that will go with him. Those support staff also carry their own PA, their family members, and people who will go with them. The deputy PA and the vice president PA, and all of them will be carrying people alongside with them, handbag and handbag upon handbag. At the end of the day, you see that a very high number of people will just go for such trips without having any economic benefit to the country. Some of them will go and will still not participate in the program. They will just go there, use it at vacation, and then get all the BTAs and all of that, and then come back with extra dollar in their pocket without necessarily adding value to the nation. That is not acceptable. So Tinubu that is not cutting everything down, but the people, and they're saying that anybody that does not have the intention of participating will not go. Well, I wonder because almost everything in the government now is bribery, corruption, and who no man, nepotism and tribalism, and so I don't see how this will be effective. It's good to be read on papers, but how effective will it be on ground? That we don't know. The president wishes to affirm that henceforth government officials and government expenditure must reflect the prudence and sacrifice being made by well-meaning Nigerians across the nation. World leaders will gather in New York from 5th of September 2023 for the 78th session of the General Assembly, UNGA 78, under the theme Rebuilding Trust and Reigniting Global Solidarity, accelerating action on the 2030 agenda and its sustainable development goals towards peace, prosperity, progress, and the sustainability for all. Now, wow. Now, wow. The first day of the high-level general debate will be 19th September 2023. So Tinubu, how will be out of the country when that announcement will be made? Is that what we're saying? Because this meeting is scheduled for 15th. Meanwhile, okay, for the 5th of September. Meanwhile, the court, the Presidential Election Petition Tribunal, is going to give their judgment on the 16th from the information that we are getting now. So somebody is saying, how? So we should clap for him, Abi. And who comes up with a list of those who are participating? It's not the same Tinubu, okay? That Abuja be laughing because they are just using us to play games, okay? They know what they're saying, they know what they're doing, and then they will come here to talk to us like they are well-meaning Nigerians. Meanwhile, obviously, they are not. They are not. Somebody here is saying, and who comes up with a list of those who are participating? Eh? So then they're applauding it. Good move. What kind of good move? Eh? What kind of good move? Someone say, what they will eat in UN General Assembly? Agbado, cassava, ewa, gari in the morning, afternoon, yam is growing here. You create demand and your consumption, and the consumption for 5 million armies of goods camp. We create our food, Abi. That money for the farmers, less consumption, skill development. Don't call them illiteracy. Anybody who can hold gun, who can handle gun, can repair a tractor. Oh, boy, try to be obedient. They re-mimic him here. Eh? Tell people the truth, not just carry headlines without complete news. Read this. Cost of governance. President Tinubu directs non-inclusion of federal government Nigerian officials with no direct hunger participation from traveling in Nigeria's delegation. Can you imagine? So has it been happening before? And what is new now? And are you sure? Is it just to publish it? Are you sure they were the head to this? I don't believe so. Because it's still government of no who no man. They will still lobby to be part of it and they will still travel. Okay, so somebody saying breaking news, United Nations have informed Nigeria government about Biafra Nation and Nnamdi Kanu matter. We are going home soon. Center cannot hold anymore. Abi? So it's part of the topic they will discuss. Could it be the reason Biden is saying he will have a private discussion with Tinubu? We don't know yet. Wow. So with this, it clearly shows how president travels and needless government officials travel with them. This is a good one. Okay, whoever is not needed should not be allowed. It is not family party or wedding anniversary. What have we gained? Disqualified. Reduce the purchasing power and further slow down the economy. Abi? Because United Nations won't borrow him and his regime any bailout fund or Nigerian IMF loans. So that is exactly what is happening here. Tinubu says because of cost of governance, anybody that does not have direct connection with the United Nations General Assembly in Abuja, in New York, should not be part of the trip. Okay, what value does that add to us? How good, how good will that impact us in Nigeria? Is a question they need to answer. All these abracadabra, they will talk as if they are saving Nigeria money and stress, but then on the other hand, they will collect what they think they're saving for themselves. I don't trust these people. So thank you for listening, and let's have your comment.